Look up at the night sky. Every star, every galaxy, every tiny speck of light, all of it, billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, endless space, came from one single moment. We call that moment the Big Bang. For years, you've heard the story. A huge explosion, a fireball, a bang that blew everything into existence. But today, we're re-breaking the biggest myth in cosmology. The Big Bang was not an explosion. Not at all. This is not a trick of words. This is the real science, backed by NASA, by telescopes, by the faint echo of the universe itself. Let us start with a question you've asked 100 times. What is the Big Bang? And why do we all get it so wrong? First, let us kill the wrong image. If you picture the Big Bang as a bomb, going off in empty space, debris flying outward, heat rushing in all directions, you're 100% mistaken. Explosions need space to exist. They need a place to happen. They throw matter into a pre-existing void. The Big Bang did none of that. Before the Big Bang, there was no space. There was no time. There was no empty void waiting to be filled. There was nothing, no dimension, no distance, no moment. The Big Bang did not happen in space. The Big Bang created space. It created time. It created the stage where every cosmic story would play out. Let us make it simple. Think of a deflated balloon. Tiny dots cover its surface. Those are galaxies, stars, all matter. Now, blow up the balloon. The dots don't move across the balloon's surface. The surface itself stretches. The dots move apart because the fabric they re on is expanding. That's the Big Bang. It's not matter flying into space. It has space itself, stretching, growing, expanding at an incredible rate. This is cosmic expansion, the heart of the Big Bang theory. This is what NASA observes every single day. Now, where did it all start? We call that starting point the singularity. A point so small, so dense, so hot, our current math and physics can't fully describe it. It wasn't a dot floating in space. It was all of space, all of time, compressed into an infinitely tiny, infinitely dense state. Then, around 13.8 billion years ago, something shifted. The singularity began to expand. Not explode, expand faster than light. This initial burst is called cosmic inflation. In a fraction of a second, trillions of a second, the universe grew from smaller than an atom to bigger than a galaxy. No explosion, just unstoppable, smooth expansion. You might ask, how do we know this is real? We can't travel back 13.8 billion years. But the universe left us clues. 3 big proofs, confirmed by NASA's missions, that the Big Bang, as expansion, not explosion, is true. First, proof the redshift of galaxies. Telescopes like Hubble and James Webb show us something clear. Every distant galaxy is moving away from us. Not just moving, speeding away. The farther a galaxy is, the faster it stretches away. This isn't tinct galaxies flying through space. It has space between them stretching. If you run the tape backward, all galaxies get closer, until they merge into one tiny point. This the start of expansion. That's the Big Bang. Second proof, the cosmic microwave background, or CMB. This is the afterglow of the early universe. When the universe was young, it was a hot, dense soup of energy and particles. As it expanded, it cooled. That heat left a faint, uniform radiation across the entire sky. NASA's COBE, WMAP, and Planck satellites mapped this radiation in perfect detail. It has a baby photo of the universe. A photo taken just 380,000 years after the Big Bang. No explosion could leave such a smooth, even glow. Only steady universal expansion can. Third, proof the lightest elements in the universe. Hydrogen, helium, lithium. These elements make up 98% of all visible matter. The Big Bang theory predicts exactly how much of each should exist. When we measure the stars and gas clouds, the numbers match perfectly. No other theory can explain this. Only the hot, expanding early universe can create these elements in just the right amounts. Now, let us answer the big question, why is it called the Big Bang? The name is a mistake, a joke. In the 1940s, a scientist named Fred Hoyle hated the expansion theory. He made fun of it on live radio, calling it a Big Bang. He thought the name sounded silly. He wanted to promote his own steady-state universe idea, but the name stuck, it caught on with the public. And ever since, we've been picturing the wrong thing. A bang, an explosion, a firecracker in the sky. But the name is just a nickname. The real science is all about expansion. Let's talk about what happened right after the Big Bang. The first second was wild. Energy turned into matter. Tiny particles, quarks, electrons formed. Then, quarks joined to make protons and neutrons. The universe was still too hot for atoms to form. It was a thick, glowing plasma. Light couldn't travel far. The universe was opaque, like a thick fog. Then, 380,000 years later, it cooled enough. Electrons stuck to protons. Atoms formed, the fog lifted. Light could finally travel freely. That's the light we see as the cosmic microwave background. From that point on, gravity took over. Tiny clumps of matter grew bigger. They pulled in more gas. They formed stars. Stars grouped into galaxies. Galaxies clustered into huge cosmic structures. Billions of years later, our solar system formed. Earth formed, and here we are, stardust, wondering where we came from. Now let us clear up more myths. Myth 1, the Big Bang, created everything from nothing. We don't know what came before the singularity. We don't know if there was a before time, started with the Big Bang. But the Big Bang didn't make matter from nothing. It expanded the energy that already existed in the singularity. Myth 2, the Big Bang has a center. No, remember the balloon? Every dot moves away from every other dot. There's no center on the balloon's surface. The universe has no center. No edge. Every point in the universe is equally the center of expansion. Myth 3, the Big Bang is over. No, the expansion is still happening. In fact, it is speeding up. We call this dark energy. NASA observations prove the universe is expanding faster today than it was 5 billion years ago. The Big Bang isn't a past event. It has an ongoing process. We're still living in the Big Bang. Think about that. Every breath you take, every step you walk, every star you see at night, all of it is part of the same expansion that started 13.8 billion years ago. You are made of matter that was born in the first moments of the universe. You are a witness to the Big Bang's legacy. NASA keeps pushing the limits. The James Webb Space Telescope peers back at the earliest galaxies. It sees light from just 100 million years after the Big Bang. It has helping us fill in the gaps. We're relearning more every day. We still don't know everything. We don't know what dark energy is. We don't know what dark matter is. We don't know if our universe is one of many. But we know one thing for sure. The Big Bang is not an explosion. It is the most gentle, most powerful, most constant expansion in all of existence. It is the story of how space and time began. It has the story of us. Cosmology is not just about big numbers and distant stars. It is about understanding our place in the cosmos. It is about looking up and realizing we're part of something infinite. The Big Bang didn't bang. It bloomed, it stretched, it grew, and it's still growing, carrying us all along for the ride. Next time someone says the Big Bang explosion, you can tell them the truth. You can explain cosmic expansion. You can share the real story of our universe's birth. Science is about letting go of myths. It is about following the evidence. It is about seeing the universe as it really is, beautiful, logical, and full of surprises. The universe didn't start with a bang. It started with a stretch that created everything we know. A stretch that continues to this day. A stretch that makes you, me, and every star in the sky possible. That's the real Big Bang. That's the story of our universe. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.